Hi, we're back at Pam Alexander's house and we're doing Easter tables. We've done one that had a much more elegant feel with the natural moss and the birds, and it was something that really would work through the springtime and be a beautiful accessory to your house anytime from February through May. But this one we're going to do just specifically aimed at Easter. And it's going to be a whimsical look and something that's a lot more youthful and a lot more fun and frivolous than the earlier one. And we're going to incorporate the light fixture as well as the tabletop, and I'll show you how to do it. I brought some really pretty organza ribbon. This is an inexpensive ribbon, but it has a really expensive look to it, which is a good thing. You want to get the most bang for your buck. But this is really a pretty yellow, clear organza with a sheer satin edge on both sides, which really gives it a nice finished look and a nice expensive look without really being an expensive product. And then one of the most popular things that we've really ever carried are these hydrangea, they call them Easter bunnies, which, because they look like they're made from hydrangea blossoms, but actually they're a kind of an acrylic that is affixed to a styrofoam body. And they really have a really fun, whimsical, they're sort of dancing bunnies and they have a great look. This one has a little pouch with a carrot on his back and a wonderful lavender bow tie and a chartreuse body. You can see they sort of stand on one foot. We've got that one that's sort of that wonderful chartreuse color. This guy is carrying a little bird nest, and he has a bright pink body with a little bit of sparkle to it. And he's also dancing on one foot. You know, when you receive one of these rabbits, if you buy it just off the floor and it's like this, they do have a little bit of flexibility in their ears that gives them a lot more personality if you just give them a little bit of a shape, like so. You don't want to bend them too much, you don't want to tear them up. But see how just that little bit of fun really changes his personality, and it makes it a lot more pleasurable to look at, and he gives him a lot more personality. Then we've got this guy who's carrying a cute little Easter basket, and he's got, in aqua, he's got a pretty pink bow on his neck, and again he has these cute ears, and he's this beautiful color with just a little bit of sparkle to him. So we're going to use these three fellas, and this one is carries the green one carries a butterfly that's come off of his little stand, but it's on a little fine wire. And so I'll just put it back on here. It goes just like, I get on the right side. Goes like so. And you can see it really does, it's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. So to tie all these together, we're going to use the organza ribbon, and I brought an organza table topper that we're going to use on the table, again to finish the tabletop so that it's not on a bare table. And then these are permanent, the silk Gerber daisies that are, I think, so cute and bright and festive, and a little water garden. So we'll use those elements to make it just a fun, fun tabletop. But to start with, we're going to do incorporate the chandelier by tying a bow, like so, onto the bottom of this thing. There's a, you know, it doesn't matter what your light fixture is like over the table, you should probably find a spot that you can attach a little bit of ribbon to. But you can see how much fun this is going to be. I'm going to get some scissors. So we want to make sure the ends are nicely finished. And I think with these, because the ribbon is so narrow, you don't need to do the swallowtail cut. Just do a nice angled cut at the bottom of the ribbon. And then we're going to do a bow. And I'll show you. We want the tails, because we need more than just the two long tails. We really need at least 3 and probably 4 or 5. But what I'm going to do is just do some longer loops like this. We don't have to do too many. but we want them to definitely have the look of a bow instead of just a piece of ribbon. So what we're going to do is take just like that, and I'm going to tie it up into here. And you know, because I've done this every day of my life for the last 40 years, it's easier for me, but if you have somebody that can help you do this, it really is a lot easier. So what we're going to do is just pull that one so, and see how pretty that looks, and it gives you that nice full little interest point at the light fixture. And we've got just like so. So we've got the ribbon now hanging down right over the middle of the table. And then we've got this pretty organza topper. Now, if you don't have this kind of a topper, you can use any kind of a runner or a square of fabric or just a piece of loose fabric that you've hemmed to go on that complements the decor that you already have in your home. But this I thought was fun with just the organza. Now this has a little weighted balls on the point so that it works as a topper. What I'm going to do is just get this up out of the way for a minute, like that, and we're going to just use this on the table. Now remember, it's always longest from point to point, so we'll start that way, but we want to make sure that we've got enough room on the corners to serve food. Now, if you're going to have a buffet table, you don't have to worry about the room for the place settings around the edge. But if you're going to sit down at the table, then you surely want to have enough room around the table to comfortably put your place settings. So we've got this and this, and then we've got these wonderful guys, and we're going to take I'm going to cut the price tags off of them so it won't look like Minnie Pearl's having a party here. And we're going to use these like so, and they're going to be kind of jumping around in the organza, just like so. And we want them so that they sort of face the different directions, and they look like they're dancing like that. Let's do this. I'm going to kind of turn him towards you. Actually, if I were doing this for guests, I would have him facing towards me so that people on this side of the table would see it too. However, if you are going to be serving buffet style, and you want, there's a couple ways that you could do this. You could actually move this whole tablescape to the rear of the table and move the table a little bit that way so this was still over the centerpiece, and it would give you the look of the tablescape being a centerpiece, but what it would do was give you the room on the front of the table to place your food and your buffet pieces and serving pieces at the front of the table without having to have people go all the way around the table. If you don't have room in your dining room to serve all the way around, then that would be the way to facilitate that, would be to scoot the table one way so that it's still under the centerpiece is still under the chandelier, and move the centerpiece to the back of the table. But we're going to take the ribbons back down, and for fun, we're going to just take them and kind of go over the hands of the guys, like so. What this does is just brings all of these elements together. Let's scoot him a little bit forward, and this one we'll do the same way. He can have it going over his little butterfly that doesn't want to stay in his hand, but that's all right. We'll do it this way, and then just let the ribbon kind of loosely fall out onto the table, like so. And then this guy we'll do here. What we can do is just go right around his hand, like so. pull this down through his arm so that it looks like it belongs there, like so. And since we're just using the 3 bunnies, place them so that they're at a pleasing angle when you look at them from that side of the table. And we're going to add a little floral element. That is this wonderful little bowl of Gerber daisies. So we'll kind of tuck it right in here, like so. And, you know, just for a simple little touch of Easter and a lot of fun, it's a great look. It's easy to do, and like I said, all it requires is a little bit of effort and some materials that you can easily, if you don't have them available, you can make them yourself. The organza is available just everywhere, and like I said, it's just do a square of it or even a runner shape of it and hem it, and you'll have it. Now, if you want to add a little bit more fresh color for when you're having guests, I'll show you. We've got the bowl of permanent Gerber daisies, but again, we're going to go back and use the daisy chrysanthemums, which we almost always have for the Friday flowers, but I'll show you what I mean. To add just a little bit of freshness, what I brought is some of the yellow and some of the lavender daisy mums, and we're just going to just kind of scatter them almost like they just fell. In fact, you can let them just fall into the organza and just kind of mix the colors. I think what's prettier with this to do is just let it be totally random instead of trying to even organize them, like I said, in 1s, 2s, and 3s. But make sure that they don't look lined up. They have to look like they really did just fall into place, and like it was kind of a shower of daisies is what we want. And they're so cute with the artificial Gerber daisies. What it does is it really brings the artificial ones into the look of the fresh ones, so that people really appreciate both. And I think we've got it. And see how just that little bit of, you want those just kind of scattered so that they're at different levels. You want some of them on top of the folds and some of them down within the folds, because even if they wind up being a little bit under a piece of the organza, what happens is you see the flower through the organza, and that really is a pretty look. So, and just enjoy just scattering them on. Now, if you're using like a flat table runner, the same idea works just fine. Just if you have a ready-made table runner, what I would do a little bit differently is, because it will be a little more structured in look, is maybe do 2 bunnies at one end and 1 at the other, and then the bowl of Gerbers in the middle, and then scatter the daisies around it. But I think when you're using a piece of fabric like this that really has sort of a natural look, and it's something that will bring a smile to any guest's face and to all of your family as well. So happy Easter, everybody.